DF?
And now for the quick review of the Nikon DF. Well, the DF stands for Digital Fusion. Now, Nikon has this camera in the pipelines for about 3 to 4 years already before coming out with it. Digital Fusion, basically, it's a fusion between its old school style as per its FE and FM cameras, which you will feel it's kind of nostalgic when you hold the DF in your hands, and of course the current powerhouses, like for example having the D4 sensor inside. Now this full-frame camera packs a punch of 16.2 megapixels, has a CMOS sensor and an X-Speed 3 image processor. Its ISO range goes from 100 to 12800. Now that's pretty high. And especially if you have a prime lens like this, the f1.8, the 50mm f1.8, pardon me, over there that you mount on this, and prime lens, so it's perfect for shooting at night, which was what we did. I actually brought it out to Orchard Road to shoot the Christmas lights now, during the Christmas periods here in 2014, here in Singapore. To be honest though, the picture quality turns out pretty nice. However, whilst shooting the Christmas lights, I kind of felt that it would be nicer if I could, well, show it to everyone how it would be like to be in Orchard Road here in Singapore in video form. But guess what? This camera does not have a video function, which I guess it's a little bit of a peeve for many photographers as to not getting this camera. But most people might say that Nikon is going back to basics with this, as per companies like Olympus and Fujifilm, which with cameras, for example, like the X100s. But for this camera, I think, to be honest, whilst I'm shooting, holding it was kind of an issue because, you know, you get the mode selector switch over here at the corner, blocking your finger when you want to press the shutter button. But other than that, I'm actually a huge fan of having all the functions on top as per the mode selector switches, the shutter selection, the exposure compensation, the ISO dials, all on the top of the camera, which you can actually switch just like that, which makes it all the more fantastic. And the fact that it has a D4 sensor means you know that this camera can actually pack a huge punch in low light. Other than that, the camera build quality is pretty much fantastic. It does not feel like it's gonna fall apart on you. It does not feel plasticky. That being said though, most people do feel again the even need to have the video capabilities and whatnot for the camera. Now this camera is nothing too special other than the novelty of having the old school look when you're shooting and stuff like that. Other than that, I feel pictures from the camera comes out pretty much fine, which I'll be flashing, of course, in montages while I'm talking like that. But other than that, I only have in my stable of lenses DX format lenses, so I could only test with the full frame 50mm lens. So far this lens has not given me that much of a problem. It performs fantastically in low light conditions, and to be honest, it comes with the kit though. There is a silver ring on the lens which doesn't look too shabby. It's not too fantastic or special, but it doesn't look too shabby. And other than that, having the camera slung around your neck or your shoulder or on your arm, basically it doesn't really provide that much of a hassle again. But I don't really like the straps that Nikon provides with the cameras. Other than that, if you are willing to look past its 4,000 Singapore dollars price tag, I think this camera might be a fun one to actually just take around, and it is a fantastic talking point, especially for your friends or people who know cameras. Other than that, I feel that if you would want to actually spend this type of money on a camera, the Nikon D750 would much be a better bet. And I think that's basically it. So for the full written review as well as some pictures, do head down to betterthanthis.com. For anything else, do subscribe, leave a comment, tell us what you want to see unboxed or reviewed for the next few episodes to come. Meanwhile, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for staying loyal here at GGR. Goodbye.